Hello guys, so welcome back with another video. In today's video, I'll share with you the methodology that Fixcolab uses to build better websites. Hi, my name is Fitri and I'm one of the co-founders. So Fixcolab is a software development slash website consultant based here in Kuala Lumpur, and we are putting videos out to educate our client, to educate our potential customers, to educate our partners about how we work to hopefully, when they are educated, it's they can make better decisions, they can make more informed decisions that lead them to a better outcome. So in today's video, I'll touch a little bit about the methodology behind Fixcolab's approach. So if you have not watched the previous video, please watch it. You'll probably understand what Fixcolab is, the backstory from my point of view. If I can, I'll bring the other two founders to share their side of the story. And yeah, guys, why we want to share this methodology with you guys is so that you guys understand when it comes to building. So our core service is, one of it is to build corporate websites, right? Hence you see our tagline, build better websites. And as we go, we've put 5 years in when it comes to building website. We've built over hundreds of websites, and definitely we've learned a lot. We've learned what works, what doesn't work, what could lead to a potential fallout, what would lead to a potential, what can bring in the real outcome, what cannot bring the real outcome. So we've identified that at the end of the day, our ability to deliver depends on what we use as our methodology. So we started to understand that, at the end of the day, the bigger the project becomes, the bigger the project size is. It's all about whether or not you're able to deliver at the end of the day. Because if you look at it, guys, building websites, building software, it's no different than building physical buildings, right? A lot of projects out there that you see in real life, all these development projects, how often do you see projects that are not completed, abandoned project? So in digital world, in development, there's a lot of these cases. You hear a lot. We hear these stories every single day where the previous developer did not finish their work or something happened in the middle. And to tell you guys, it's nobody's fault, right? It's because there is so much uncertainty, there's so much information asymmetry from the client side when it comes to understanding how is the process required, what are the process required to put together a solution, then the developer not taking the responsibility to educate the customers. So we are all about that in this video. We want to educate you what our methodology is, what we use to make sure that we can deliver to you. So to do that, I will share my screen. Let me just quickly pull up my screen in there for a second. And I will use my website as a reference because, hey, that's what websites are for. You want to be able to use website that can, you want to be able to use your website to present to people, because if you can, when you do this, what's starting to happen is that if you don't have those information on the website, you want to put it on the website. This is so that eventually your website can self-present itself without having you to present it to them. That is when you can really have this website that consistently bring leads to you. So let's talk about the methodology. On our website, you can see that we have this methodology, right? We call it our secret sauce. Why? We understand that the deliverability of a project, our ability to deliver on the project, depends on how tedious we are when it comes to following this process, right? And in every project management, as long as things move according to plan, it will eventually, the risk of the project failing is lesser. So what's special about us is in our process. We call it the Fixcolab methodology. You can read about all the yada yada here, but I'm not going to make things complicated for you guys. But the process can be broken down into a few phases, all right? So they are discovery, design sprint, testing, and execution. So this 4 process, guys. Why is this 4 process? Why do we need discovery? So later on, you'll start watching, we'll start teaching you guys about the smaller phase, about the discovery. Why is it important? What are the questions that we ask? what are the meetings that we have with our clients, so that you can understand the need of having this discovery phase. So in short, discovery is where we really understand from the owner's point of view what are the problems that they want to solve. Because let's face it, guys, people don't fix their website for no reason, right? Obviously, we have people who reach out to us wanting to revamp the website because it's time for a revamp. But when you dig deeper, you realize that at the end of the day, they're struggling to achieve a certain goal that if they fix their website, it could help them solve that. Typically, these are things like lead generation, conversion. They have traffic running away to their competitors. That is when those are the trigger points that led them to want to revamp their website. So, without having the proper discovery process, we won't get to this roots problem, the roots of I call it the root problems, right? And then obviously in discovery, doesn't stop there. There are other processes we call the design thinking, where yes, we've identified all these problems. Now, how do we go about solving this? Now, here's the funny part, guys. A lot of times people think that, hey, I know the solution. But when we really dig into the root cause, right, we realize that a lot of times the problem is deeper than what the client, what the prospect know. So they think that the problem is because our website's not converting. But then we realize that at the end of the day, it's actually how they structure their offer. Their packaging are not interesting. It's actually hard and difficult for people to understand how to digest, how to differentiate between all these packages. So that is where we come up with, overall clarity session. That is where we present to you, okay, from this session, we realize that this is the problems and these are the solutions that we can propose. So this discovery basically a diagnostic session where obviously you will only get to the discovery once you agree to be our customer. You pay the discovery session, and then we will run these workshops with you and present to you these are solutions to your problem, right? So then we now have a clear idea of what are the problems that we are solving. Then we move to the design sprint. So the design sprint basically is, now at the end of the day, we know that a problem, you can design a solution. That's how we see it. Designing the solution to the problem. Obviously, it translates in the form of what we do is websites, landing pages, applications, systems, softwares. But at the end of the day, we design this to solve that problem. And in this phase, basically our UX engineer, led by our product manager, will start doing wireframing work. Wireframing basically just gives the skeleton of how the end product could look like. This gives you the confidence that, hey, these guys are on the right track. They're actually solving the problem. And once the wireframe has been approved, that is when we start putting the colors, we start breathing some life into it. That is where we do all this brand style, brand kit. And obviously, once we have that, uh, we will present it to you guys, and then from there you can have a feedback session that where you tell us this is not, probably the look and feel is a bit too much for us, you want to tweak here and there. And once you're okay with that, we go to the testing part. So the testing part, basically we talk about building a prototype to illustrate to you guys this is how the end product looks like. Notice that we don't build it right away. Unlike most, there are agencies out there who build it first and show it to you later. This is fast, but this comes with a drawback. It's a hit and miss approach, meaning that if they understood your brief properly, then you're safe. But if they did not understood your brief properly and they develop something that doesn't meet your expectation, this is where friction will start. You have to understand, a lot of times project fail not because the developer ran away. That's what you think they do. But at the end of the day, it's because they feel that it's not worth their time to attend to that project, because now they have some other projects in their pipeline that requires their attention. So they just forego that project that they work with you. Yes, it's irresponsible. At the end of the day, they do it because that's where the money is at, right? So for us, discovery, design sprint, testing the prototype gives you the confidence that at the end of the day, before they even touch a single line of code, I've already approved. It's already built a design towards my liking. It's already designed to solve the problems that I initially agreed on. And that is when we only start developing it. We call it the execution. This is where we develop, we integrate, we deploy to the live server, which eventually gives you the confidence that, okay, the end result is what I initially agreed on, and I like how it works. I already know how it works because I had the prototype earlier, and this is the rationale behind the process that we put to ensure that at the end of the day, you get the outcome that you wanted. You get a product that meets your expectation. You get a product that delivers to the problem that you want. So that's the methodology that we hold close to Fixcolab. And that's pretty much it, guys. I can tell you the methodology is rather simple, but we hold it. It looks simple, but these are the process that we will run our client through, each and one of our clients, despite of what they're trying to build. It's because we know that if we don't follow this methodology, it's going to be difficult for us to deliver, and that is a huge risk to the project deliverability, because now we're not confident that we can deliver, and then all this not so good feeling will happen, and that would actually lead to a project failure. So if this video gives you value, please like, subscribe. If you want to know more about how we can help, you can go to www.fixcolab.com. If you're an agency, you want to learn how we can partner each other, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn or drop a message on Fixcolab website as well. Or if you are a corporate client who wants to look for agencies who can help you build a brand new version of your website, you can go to Fixcolab. We will speak to you and we see whether there's fit or not, if we can deliver what you request. And from there, we'll take it on if there's fit, and we would recommend other people if there's no fit with us. So thank you so much for listening, guys. We will bring you more videos. Stay tuned. And I hope this video educates you guys on what it takes to build better websites. Bye-bye.